But speaking of social media though, like how does that like impact the way you perform and like what you write,
if at all,
in the songs you put out, if it does? Because I know you ask them a lot of questions, you get a lot of feedback from them. How does that influence what you do?
I wouldn't say social media necessarily influences my creative process, but I do like to see in real time how people are feeling about things. So I ask my fans a lot of questions. I said this before, but we just kind of have like I am one of my fans, and I'm talking about like demographically. So like the reason I've been able to build with my fans the way that I do is because I feel like they are me. Like I would be interested in the things that they're interested in. So I think I understand them on a deeper level. So when I ask questions, it's me generally and genuinely making conversation and just wanting to know what they think because I'm actually interested, you know? So I think if anything, I consider their opinions and just seeing like, I want to know like what type of music are y'all listening to now? Because what mood are you in? You know, sometimes that helps me, it gives me more perspective with deciding when to release what, not necessarily what to release because I release what I want to create and put out, you know what I mean? So, and like nothing determines that but me saying this is what I want to put out. But I like to know what space they're in because that does determine reception a lot of the time. So, you know, records can be amazing, but depending on the space you're in,
right,
it might not hit at that time. I also really appreciate that. We've talked about this before. Your albums or your bodies of work, it's not really like all on one topic. And when I say one topic, it's not all about the boom boom room.
Jovy cannot stand songs that are just like, if she listens to an album that's just about sex, she's gonna be like, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like
I understand. I tweeted like a week ago and I was saying,
because you don't X a week ago, you tweet a week ago.
That's true.
I X'd it.
I X'd it a week ago.
I tweeted like a week ago about something similar where I was saying, it's funny to me, like I hate when I listen to like remixes of songs, songs that have a wide variety of context. And if somebody has like remixed it for some reason, the remix is always sexual. They never listen to what somebody is talking about like immediately. And to me, I think it annoys me more as like a writer, a creative, because I'm listening, because I'm like, I was sold on the context that was presented initially.
You could have gone so many different ways.
I hear so much stuff. So that's valid about a lot of songs are that. And sadly, you know, it's what industry has convinced consumers that they're interested in. And I say that because the consumers aren't necessarily interested in it, but they're being told that they are. So they just continue to listen to more stuff that sounds like that, and they subscribe to it kind of subconsciously. So now when they listen, that's what they expect. So a lot of people are
a breakup song over a boom boom room song every time. Yes. I don't care how happy I am.
Breakup songs.
I love songs.
Between the sheet songs.
I mean, yes, love songs over the three.
Breakup song? Okay, so love song, between the sheets, breakup.
No, love, breakup, between the sheets.
Got you. I feel like I like the balance. I won't, because I'm not going to act like I don't like those kind of songs. It's just, I like them. I like them when it's more like, when you just overtly kind of saying, I'm like, it's art. So I like be creative and art sound amazing. That also is another option, you know? So
speaking of sound, right? I'm like, oh yeah, we just heard what that was about. Like, I think she confirmed it because we all always knew. Like at the end of that song, something was a little off. Because I heard it when I was like, what was that? Like early 2000s. So I couldn't have been more than 10 years old. I'm hearing that in the back of my mom's car. Like I'm like, hold on now. Like something don't sound right. But
or it sounds
a little bit too right. Speaking of sounds, like, what's 3 elements that you think have to be in a great R&B song?
Emotion. And I think emotion has a wide range. Emotion doesn't necessarily mean like, it's not always just like yearning and crying for it, you know what I mean? But we should feel something. Even if it's anger and that's what you want to get off. Like, make me feel whatever it was that you were doing. I like context, like and that may be my educational background, but I like well thought out, developed songs. I'm like a songwriter's songwriter. So I love hearing stuff that makes sense. And I don't want to say vocal ability because we have great classic songs from people who don't sing that well. So it's not that.
Very true.
But I think it's just like, maybe it's delivery and execution. I think I'll say that because, again, everybody has a different level of talent, and also even that's subjective to some people. But I think execution and delivery can be that in any space, no matter where you are.
That's
so
valid.
I think those are three things for me.
I feel like we're in a space now where like an album drops and people before they even get to like really sit with it, they're like all these think pieces.
Yeah,
we have,
immediately.
Right. I don't think people have the like, what is it? The
attention span to like really sit. And you know, we have these great albums that just dropped this weekend. Tyla, Sir. How do you feel about like when you put out a body of work of like getting hella songs on there?
Well, I mean, no, you know what? That's another thing. You don't put out these 20, 30 track, like you're concise, and it gives really intentional about the body of work that you're putting out. One song flows, like there's a general message to the album.
Like
context, like exactly. But how do you feel about like the people who even with you doing all of these things, you put it out and people are like, no, like.
For me, I think this is what invalidates the whole conversation when people say like R&B is dead. Because I'm like, y'all aren't listening. I know y'all aren't listening because an album comes out and an hour later you're ranking the songs. You don't even know what you just listened to. So I think like social media in that space has done some damage because people feel like everybody is waiting on their opinion for some reason.
Exactly.
And it
like,
makes everybody feel equally. Not that you should feel less important, but there are actual professional
that do this.
Professionals.
They get
but everybody's like,
albums.
I gotta give my opinion on X, Y, and Z. And then a lot of these people don't even have the credentials to
at the end of the day.
So you know what I mean?
It doesn't hold weight, ultimately.
It doesn't really hold any weight. And so for me, I know the music I put out. I know the quality of the music I put out. And so it's like, once I put it out, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm like, I know y'all are going to enjoy it. Whether you enjoy it now or you realize a year later, you know what I mean, it's still going to be there. I think that's the beauty of art. Like, by all means, take your time. If I put it out and you don't listen until 6 months later, that's cool. That's why it's there, because you can go and listen to it. But it is interesting, and I think it's unfair to artists because consumers sometimes have no idea how long artists have worked on this stuff, how, especially like label artists, sometimes they'll be like in love with these songs and they've gotten so much pushback and they've had to fight hard just to get approval to put these songs out. And then they put out a song and immediately somebody's like, this is 2 out of 10. And like, I be feeling bad for them sometimes. I'm like,
R&B only.